If you're into story-driven games and want to explore some of the best Android titles in 2025, you've come to the right place. These top 10 games are all offline, so you can enjoy them anytime, anywhere, without needing an internet connection. Let's dive right into it. Starting off at number 10, we have Endless Nightmare 2. A psychological horror game that sets you up as a detective caught in a world of nightmarish creatures and disturbing environments. The story is set in a spooky mansion filled with hidden clues, puzzles, and terrifying enemies. As you uncover more about the mansion's dark past, you'll face a series of creepy encounters and mind-bending puzzles that keep you coming back for more. The game uses jump scares, but it's the eerie atmosphere that really creates tension. The overall graphics and art style are solid for a mobile title, and the horror elements are executed really well. The story, though not as in-depth as some of the other titles on this list, still offers an interesting narrative arc to follow. For those of you who love a good scare and aren't afraid to step into the dark unknown, Endless Nightmare 2 delivers a fun and thrilling experience. And don't forget, you can enjoy it all offline. Coming in at number 9 we have Forgotten Memories. A survival horror game with a deep, twisting narrative. You play as a woman named Rose, who finds herself trapped in a terrifying nightmare and must uncover the mystery behind her past. The game uses an atmospheric blend of exploration, puzzle solving, and combat to keep you engaged. Its eerie, atmospheric design sets the stage for a truly intense experience. What makes Forgotten Memories stand out is its psychological depth. The story isn't just about survival, it's about revelations, personal growth, and coming to terms with past trauma. The unsettling world that Rose navigates is filled with bizarre monsters, obscure puzzles, and plenty of narrative-driven twists that will keep you on the edge of your seat. The game shines when it comes to creating a palpable sense of dread, with environmental storytelling playing a large role. While the controls might feel a bit clunky at times, the offline experience is a compelling one, perfect for horror fans who want a little extra depth to their gameplay. Next up at number 8 we have The Silent Age. A stunning time-traveling adventure that mixes puzzles with a compelling narrative. You play as Joe, an average janitor who gets caught up in a bizarre time travel mystery that could change the future of humanity. The game's story is grounded in science fiction, with themes of loss, memory, and personal responsibility. The gameplay is very point-and-click, relying on exploration and puzzle solving. As Joe, you'll travel between two different time periods, solving environmental puzzles and slowly unraveling the mystery. The art style is minimalistic, but it's extremely effective, capturing the game's somber and reflective mood. One of the most impressive aspects of The Silent Age is its pacing. The narrative unfolds gradually, allowing you to get invested in Joe's journey while keeping the mystery just out of reach. It's an incredibly engaging experience, especially for those who appreciate a well-written story. And yes, it's entirely offline. At number 7, we have Forgotten Anne. A visually stunning platformer with an incredibly emotional story. You play as Anne, a young woman who lives in a world where lost objects come to life. The art style is reminiscent of classic animation, with lush environments that look straight out of an animated movie. The character designs and the animation are top-notch, making this a visually captivating experience. The story follows Anne as she tries to prevent an uprising in the Forgotten Lands, where forgotten objects live. As Anne, you'll be forced to make difficult choices that will determine the fate of the world. The game's themes revolve around identity, purpose, and loss, making it an emotional journey from start to finish. The game isn't just about looks, the gameplay also holds up. You'll engage in platforming sequences, interact with various objects, and solve puzzles. With a gripping story and excellent visuals, Forgotten Anne deserves a place on any list of story-driven games. Coming in at number 6 we have Grimvalor. A hack-and-slash action RPG that has gained a lot of praise for its fast-paced combat and engaging narrative. Set in a dark fantasy world, the game follows a lone warrior who must venture into a cursed kingdom filled with dangerous monsters, boss fights, and dark secrets. The combat is fluid, intuitive, and feels satisfying as you take on waves of enemies. The story is relatively simple, but it sets the stage for plenty of action. As you progress through different levels, you'll uncover more about the kingdom's downfall and the mysterious forces at play. The atmosphere is immersive, and the graphics are impressive for a mobile title. If you're looking for a challenging action game with a solid narrative, Grimvalor won't disappoint. And yes, it's completely offline. At number 5, we have Implosion, Never Lose Hope. A sci-fi action game that combines epic battles with a thought-provoking story. In a post-apocalyptic world where alien creatures have taken over, you play as a cyborg soldier tasked with saving humanity. The game's graphics are stunning, and the combat is a blast, with a variety of moves and attacks that make every battle feel rewarding. The story is deeply emotional, exploring themes of humanity, identity, and what it means to be human. While the game shines in terms of action, the plot adds an emotional layer that keeps you invested in the fate of the protagonist. The narrative unfolds gradually as you make your way through different levels and uncover the truth behind the alien invasion. This game offers great depth, with challenging bosses and plenty of action, all available offline. At number 4 we have This War of Mine. A game that offers a completely different perspective on war. Instead of playing as soldiers, you control a group of civilians trying to survive in a war-torn city. The story is deeply emotional and forces you to make difficult decisions about survival, morality, and sacrifice. The game is all about choices. You'll be forced to decide whether to help others, steal, or risk your life for a small chance at survival. Each choice feels like it has lasting consequences, and the emotional weight of the game really hits home. The visuals are muted and grim, perfectly setting the tone of the game. If you're into games that really make you think and feel, This War of Mine is an essential experience, and yes, it's offline. Coming in at number 3 we have Pascal's Wager. A game that blends Dark Souls-inspired combat with a deep, immersive story. Set in a beautifully crafted dark fantasy world, the game follows a group of heroes on a quest to uncover the truth behind an ancient evil that threatens the world. The combat is fast-paced and challenging, with tight controls that make every battle feel impactful. The story is compelling, with a variety of characters each contributing to the overarching plot. Themes of faith, sacrifice, and destiny run throughout, creating a rich narrative that pulls you in. The world building is exceptional, with visually stunning environments and atmospheric music to enhance the experience. If you're a fan of challenging RPGs with an engaging story, Pascal's Wager is a must-play. And remember, it's completely offline. At number 2, we have The Walking Dead. This is an episodic series that is considered one of the best narrative-driven games out there. You play as Lee, a convicted criminal who becomes the protector of Clementine, a young girl in the zombie apocalypse. The story is heart-wrenching, filled with emotional moments and choices that will leave you thinking long after the game ends. The game's dialogue choices allow you to shape the narrative, and every decision feels like it has a lasting impact on the characters around you. The story's strength lies in its ability to make you care deeply about the characters, especially Lee and Clementine. It's a brilliant example of how to tell a story through gameplay. If you haven't played it yet, The Walking Dead is an essential offline experience for anyone who loves interactive storytelling. And finally, at number 1 we have Life is Strange. This game blew everyone away with its emotional storytelling, time-bending mechanics, and meaningful choices. You play as Max, a teenager who discovers she can rewind time, and as you journey through the game, you'll uncover a dark mystery that intertwines with your ability to alter the past. The narrative is gripping, with well-developed characters and themes that revolve around friendship, loss, and consequence. The emotional weight of the game is extraordinary, and every choice you make has a ripple effect that impacts the outcome of the story. The art style is unique and adds to the game's overall atmosphere, while the soundtrack is unforgettable. This is one of the best offline story-driven games you can experience, and it's definitely worthy of the top spot. That wraps up our list of the top 10 best story-driven games for Android in 2025. If you enjoyed this list of top 10 story-driven games and want more great content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome gaming videos. Leave a comment below with your favorite story-driven game, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And remember, all the game download links are in the description, so go ahead and grab them. Also, make sure to check out the video on the end screen for even more gaming content. See you next time.